Good morning everyone, this is CoinsKid. I hope you had a good Tuesday and I hope you have a good Wednesday. Just once again I'd like to say thank you very much to everyone that's leaving really nice comments on the videos. I really do appreciate it, everyone. Thank you very much. All I ask is that you smash that like button for me, you subscribe to the channel if you're not a subscriber already, and you share the videos where you can on Facebook, Twitter or social media, or family or friends or whatever. Just get more people involved with the channel, which would be great for us all, just learning in this crypto space together, guys. So just diving into this Bitcoin chart, we had a really good day yesterday. As you can see, we pumped up. I just want to make you aware that, you know, it's great that we're pumping. Honestly, it's great and it's brilliant. But as you can see, when we corrected over here, we come down and we tested this here. This is the 4-hour time frame, by the way. We bottomed out, we had that correction there, and then, you know, we sort of started to stagger up. As you can see, we sort of went up there, a bit of a dead cat bounce before we came back down and bounced off that EMA on the daily time frame there before we continued up. At the moment, Bitcoin's looking great. It's looking really, really bullish, but just always be wary, guys, of a dead cat bounce. You know, we did come down. We seemed to pump up a little bit, and then we come back down. We did get quite low on that EMA, so potentially the bottom could be in. You know, that is a potential for Bitcoin. But again, as we get closer up here at this target here, I think I set my target up there at roughly about 55,400 as a short position. So I will really be eyeballing that, and that is simply because that there is just simply the same. It's the same pullback that was expected that we seen on this particular dead cat bounce, where we went to the bottom, we come back up, and we didn't quite get to this previous high, and that's always indicative of a fake out, a dead cat bounce before we truly bottom out and then continue. So we may potentially be looking at something like that for Bitcoin over the next few days to week. I had set a target for the 7th, but perhaps that was a bit optimistic there, guys, on that target. But who knows? This could have been the bottom here, right? No one knows anything in crypto. That's the beauty of it. It's so volatile, but you can kind of get a gist. So we may have bottomed out there, and then this may be a trend reversal here, guys. So what we'll do, we'll dive into the chart here. So levels we're targeting, this is the fib level. This is a 0.61 on the fib level from the bottom to the top to the swing low of the fib retest, which is a normal phenomena in price action, guys, when it goes up and retests the fib. So we've spoke about that in a previous video. This is the EMA bottom that we're targeting as well. So potentially, if we bring up the EMA on the daily time frame here, you'll see that the EMA is creeping up there, and it's literally on the spot right now. So we've not quite got to it. And obviously, if the price keeps creeping up, then this EMA will creep up and it will go a little bit high. It will start to move up like this. So our true bottom will get a little bit high, guys, if we was to come back down and test the EMA. So that's good. It is good that Bitcoin's going up. I don't want to be doom and gloomist and that. Enjoy it. Enjoy the rise. Enjoy it going up. But we are seeing a lot of alts pump as well, which is really good. We could drop the fib on this here. So if this is a daily time frame, guys, so from the bottom to the top of that move there, and you see we came down and we tested the 0.5. Let's zoom in for you guys. So the bottom of this move here on the daily time frame, just there, we came down and we wicked down. If you look at this wick here, so we sort of went up, didn't we? And we topped out there. See that? Let me zoom in for you guys. It might be a bit easier. So on this particular move on the daily then, so we crashed down here and we drop our fib on the impulse move here. So this is your impulse move, this is your corrective move. And as you can see, we went up and we topped out the wick there, you see that? And then we've wicked all the way down to this 0.618, okay? So just as a rough guide, we could say that moving forward, okay, Bitcoin's going to move up in the same sort of trajectory now. It's going to move up exactly like it has done, and we'll test the fib levels again. So again, we could be going from this bottom, we could be looking at a top on this impulse wave here. From this impulse wave here, we could be looking at a top of 52,171 for Bitcoin. So we'll mark that for you now, guys. So we could see a top today if Bitcoin continues to climb at that level there. So that is a particular level of interest there. That should, if Bitcoin was continue to go up, guys, then this particular level here is a target. It could break through it. It could get rejected even lower. I'm going to bring up an EMA in a minute that I'll show you, but that is a potential target. target for Bitcoin using the fib. So goes up, test this 52,156, and then we may see it come back down and back test this 0618, which is 48,990 as support, just like it has in this bottom here. Up, back, test. Now it's going up. This is an impulse move here, guys. So that was your impulse move, your corrective move, impulse move, potentially to the top, and a corrective move back down to that 0618. So we could be looking at a top of 52,171 for Bitcoin today, or over the next couple of days in this move, and then a correction back down to 48,990. Now, if it was to do that, that would be perfectly healthy, and it would show us that the trend is our friend, and in fact this trend is reversed, and we're now in an uptrend, guys, and we're just testing the fib levels as we continue in the uptrend, and that's how it works. So yeah, that's Bitcoin. I'll show you something on the daily time frame. I'll bring up the 20 EMA, guys. So I'm going to bring the 20 EMA up in this chart, guys. So I'll take that fib level out now for you. So we are targeting these levels. We'll probably, like I said to you, we'll probably top out. If this move is validated, we'll push up towards this 52,156, top out there, and back test this 0618, which is the 48,990. So I'm going to actually drop a target in there for you guys right now on that chart for Bitcoin. Drop that in. So yeah, we're looking at roughly a retest down there. If we top out, if you see it Bitcoin topping out there and correcting, then it could be a copy move of what we've just gone through there in that impulse and corrective wave there, guys. So I hope you understand that. I'll drop that out. Let's tidy that up. There's something else I want to show you guys, okay, which is really positive for Bitcoin. You know, let's be positive. You've got no other choice than be positive. Let's be positive. So as you can see here in this correction on the daily time frame, we came down, okay, just here. We topped out, we corrected, we came down, we bounced off this 55 EMA, and then we got above the 20 EMA on the daily time frame. And once we got above that, you can see that we remained above it, and it's a very good indicator in a daily uptrend. It's a very good indicator to keep an eye on for potential pullbacks and retests for support. As you can see, we started to correct there in that all-time high up here. We came back down, we tested the support, but unfortunately we fell through it. We was coming back down, potentially nearly bounced off the 55 EMA, and now we're pumping and reversing to the upside, guys. So from that move there, we could almost determine the next parabolic move in this entire uptrend for Bitcoin. So what we would do here is, not using fibs, we would just simply measure the outbreak, the breakout on this daily close. See the daily close? Let me remove that for you guys. So this daily close was above this 20 EMA, and potentially we're looking at a very similar close now, guys, on this 20 EMA. Providing we can keep pushing up, we may come back down and back test this 48.98 over the next 2 days, which would theoretically give us a close above the 20 EMA. So the last time we actually closed above the 20 EMA was this candle here. It took, like this candle is forming just here, it took a couple of days for actually come back down, test it as support, to show that we are continually in an uptrend. So from that candle there, we can measure this move. It's not an exact science, guys. So that was a almost 74% trade uptrend for Bitcoin in that move. And that move took, we got a date range on here, guys. Rectangle, where's my date range? Price range. I did have a date range. What's that? That's it, isn't it? Date and price range. So when we broke above this 20 EMA here, guys, on Bitcoin, it took approximately 20 days to shoot up almost 74%. Okay, so let's be theoretical here and say that potentially we're looking at the same thing. We're looking at Bitcoin to go up here, hit this 52,156, come down, correct, which is perfectly healthy, guys, to the 48,984 on the fib levels, consolidate just like it did over here. Okay, consolidate, retest this 20 EMA, which is creeping up with us, okay, bounce off that, and then make another impulsive move to the upside over 20 days of 74% almost. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll just drop that in now, just as a measurement, guys. I hope you're following me. I hope I'm not going too fast or spieling gobbledygook where you can't understand me. So we'll drop, say, in a couple of days. So from there, Bitcoin goes up, retests and consolidates. We're where are we? I'm gonna have to move that down, I think. Okay, so 70 over 20 bars at 74%, something like that. So that's a price target all the way up there at 85k for Bitcoin. So we could potentially see an 85k Bitcoin. Let's drop it down a little bit, somewhere up there, guys. Okay, so that is a potential play on the cards of Bitcoin if it was to follow the same pattern here, where it broke out and just shot to the upside over 20 days up at 74%. So potentially that is what's on the card for Bitcoins. Again, that would probably push the alts with it. It wouldn't necessarily give us an alt season that we're looking for, but once Bitcoin does get up to that level there at 85k, perhaps the alts take over and Bitcoin consolidates. So that's just an idea of what could potentially be in play for Bitcoin if we was to go up there, test that high fib level there, come back down, retest is 0.618, consolidate for a few days, and then bounce to the upside. Alternatively, we could be looking at this sort of action here where we topped out, we corrected, we bounced off the EMA, we went up, we looked like we were going somewhere, we came back down, we dropped through the 20 EMA, we actually come down to the 55 EMA just there twice. So that is another play that's on the cards, obviously, for Bitcoin, where it could go up like that, come back down, drop through the EMA, test the 55 a couple of times, and then off. And during this period here, we could see a mini alt run, guys. So that's just Bitcoin. I'll just take a look at the Ethereum chart for you right now. So Ethereum's looking really good, guys. The fact that it's got above this 55 EMA now on the daily time frame. We are being rejected by the 20 EMA, and again, if we can get over that, just like Bitcoin, that's even, you know, super bullish. At the moment, Bitcoin looks more bullish than Ethereum because Bitcoin's obviously had that superb breakout to the upside. So again, just keep an eye on this level here on Ethereum. We may see ourselves get rejected off this 20 EMA here, guys, and potentially drop back down. You can see we're just toying with it, we're just trying to get above it. If we can close above this 20 EMA on the daily time frame, then that's great for Ethereum. So potentially you could see us go slightly above it, come back down and back test this 55 EMA as support. If we jump, so on the daily we're looking quite bullish because we're not below the bottom ribbon. This is the last bottom ribbon, the 55 on the daily time frame here, guys. So daily bullish. If we jump onto the 4 hourly, so if you jump on the 4 hourly, you see we're really bullish on the 4 hourly, above the 20, and we are above the 55 now. So like I said, if you look here, we're getting above it and we stay above it. What we need to be in a complete uptrend is, obviously, if you look, the yellow line, which is the 20 EMA, that needs to be bouncing off the 55 EMA. So at the moment you can see that it's not. So if it was to get above this target here, guys, we need the yellow line to go up above the red and then back test it as support as we continue in an uptrend. So that's something else to keep an eye on the Ethereum chart. Right now we do look bullish on the 4 hourly time frame here, guys. I bet if we jump to the hourly time frame, we're bullish, and I bet we see the yellow line above the red line. That's right. So just here, this is called a bullish cross, just there. But that's where the 20 EMA crosses the 55 EMA. That's actually really strong. That is a really good sign on the hourly time frame. The fact that it's done that, it's come back down, it's tested it just there, and it's bouncing off it again. So an uptrend for Ethereum looks likely. It looks like we're testing all support and we're actually pumping really nicely. You can see that we're going up to $16, $1,605. So hopefully that local bottom there that we painted on Ethereum a few days ago, down here at what level is that? Like almost 1,300. Local bottom now in this entire move. Bitcoin doesn't crash, doesn't correct, and we're all off and continue with this bull trend, guys. So it's all good. So the correction, that particular correction, looks like it may be over, but again, always anticipate a dead cat bounce because that can happen. But the EMAs are showing us that we are looking really healthy. Again, on the 4 hourly time frame, guys, we need this yellow line to come and get above this red line, because that's again a bullish cross, and that's just a signal that, you know, that we're absolutely going to go to the moon on Ethereum. So not much else really, guys, that can be said about Ethereum, other than, you know, the fundamentals and the actual fact that we're now coming up onto this bullish cross here. When we can get up there, get this yellow line above this red line, because you can see what happens in a reversal there. When the yellow line gets below the red line, that's called a bearish cross on the EMA, like that. You can also use the RSI and the MACDs for levels, but these are good indicators. These are just as good as any other indicator, guys. These EMA, moving averages, you see the move with the price, and they sort of give you a guidance of where they're going. So again, you know, just we're looking for this yellow line to creep up now, cross this red line, then back test it as support, and then move up with the trend. And then hopefully Ethereum can be making new all-time highs towards the end of March, if not in a few days, which would be amazing. So yeah, all good. So that's it for today's video, guys, because I rambled on a bit. I do apologise. I am going to make separate videos for the other projects, delve a little bit deeper into them and see what we can see. But so far, so good. The trend looks to be intact. But again, always be wary of pullbacks, and then just use these support levels, these EMAs, as guidance and support levels for support on pullbacks, because we will come back to these levels, guys. You know, if we look on the daily time frame here, if you look on the daily time frame, we are struggling to get above this 20 EMA. So that on the daily time frame, we're not actually that bullish on Ethereum. We are on Bitcoin, but we're not on Ethereum. So we need Ethereum to bust through this 20 and then get above it and stay above it, as we have here. Look, we back test it, and that's the true bull trend, the true bull market intact. Yeah, so that's it, guys, really. If you can just please smash the like button. I'll be back. Just keep an eye out for this afternoon. I'll be back with a couple more videos on the other projects that I tend to cover. Thanks, guys. Thanks for sharing the videos. Thanks for the nice comments. And yeah, I'll see you soon.